Welcome to SwitchCorner, my name is Alex, and today we're taking a look at Roguebook on the Nintendo Switch, the latest roguelike deck builder to hit the console, but can it compete with the best of the best? Well, that is what I'm here to find out, so hit subscribe, join us here on SwitchCorner for reviews and deals near daily, and let's get started. Story then is relatively minimal, as is traditional with the genre, but this one, it's set in the world of Faeria, another game that previously appeared on the Switch, though that one is of the collectible card variety rather than roguelike. The idea though here goes like this: there is a book, you find yourself trapped within it, now you need to escape. This story, it's established with a simple but effective cutscene to open the game, and it really does enough to give you kind of an idea of the why behind this journey ahead of you. Gameplay wise then, this is a procedurally generated roguelike deck builder with 3 chapters to face off against and multiple difficulty options to uncover to keep you coming back. Single runs within the genre then are never the longest, but this is not a genre where you simply complete it once and retire it. You come back for extra challenge and to uncover new secrets. This one, it was also created in conjunction with Richard Garfield, the creator of Magic, so my expectations honestly going in were extremely high. What immediately separates Roguebook then is actually the navigation. Many games within the genre simply push you from battle to battle, dialing up that difficulty, but here exploration is just as important. You'll be navigating the pages of the book you see, which is presented in a hex-based system. To make this extremely unique though, much of the playing field here it is blocked off, you cannot see what's ahead of you. To uncover the world around you then you'll be using ink and a brush. The main gameplay starts with you preloaded with 4 uses, but around the world you will find opportunity to top this up, whether it's think large splashes that uncover a large area around you, or maybe single tiles or short groupings, think 4 in a row. Enemies then will also drop ink, so it adds this extra layer of risk to reward for you as you progress. You see, this game is not going to force you into battle. You absolutely get a choice. They are represented by crossed swords on the map. Now, do you face off against them, try get some more ink, maybe uncover a few more secrets, or do you head straight into that boss encounter? The game's going to let you decide that path yourself. Exploration here though will be key. There's not only the enemies to duke it out with, but also think health pickups, items, secret characters, a store, relics and gems. The gems, they are modifiers that can be added to cards, and while it wasn't something I used initially, you will quickly realise its importance. And then relics, I'd consider them for the most part to be buffers, which you'll basically associate to one of your warriors. On the note of the heroes in this game as well, at the end of each run, whether that's death or success, you will see them leveling up, and this will unlock new cards to add to their decks. This world map though, while visually it remains identical in style, it is procedurally generated, so don't expect to keep finding the same items in the same place over and over. On this world map then as well, perhaps the most important discoveries that will be, or at least this was for me, but gold that allowed me to buy new cards, gems and relics at a store, and then also book pages. These pages, they can be used before each run to upgrade our heroes from a skill tree. While some of these do impact all 4 party members, the majority are actually individually linked. For example, your health will be charactered by character, and the game's going to expect a whole lot of these pages in return for these unlocks. Each run then starts the same, and it's simple enough in concept. Choose a lead warrior and pick up a partner. You'll be a band of 2 in this one, and figuring out the combos is all part of the fun here. What skill set are you basically looking for, and whose decks complement each other's the best? The game also doesn't unlock all 4 characters immediately. You'll need to unlock them with progression, but you should quickly find a team to your liking. What I really like about the battles in this one, it's the fact the hero at the front protects the hero at the back, so it's not just a strategy around the cards you are using, but also then our positioning. As always in these games as well, you do have a use count associated to each card, so you need to make sure you stay within your predetermined value. So to start off the game, you'll basically get 3 skill points to use in each turn, so these cards will need to add up to that value or less before you end your turn. An example though, in battle and positioning, I might lead with a heavy attack, but then I'll want my more defensive hero to switch to the front. Now yes, the defensive cards, they actually protect everyone on the battlefield, but a common gem I found gave a specific character a shield boost every time that they finish leading my team on a turn. It's such a simple idea that in execution it leads to some real brain power. It's also worth noting here as a final note, heroes here, they do not regen health between battles, so you need to be even strategic around that. Roguelike Deck-Builder fans though, honestly, I have very little issue with the gameplay itself. It's the addictive formula that has, well, I guess, taken the gaming world by storm recently. It's that loop of failing but making a small advancement and then trying again. Even the fact our heroes level up with each run and earn these new cards, it just kept me coming back. That said though, still some issues here. I was a little disappointed with the enemy count, honestly. It advertises 40 in total, which includes bosses, and I did feel here I was seeing the same opposition frequently compared to, say, Slay the Spire or Monster Train before it. Again though, kind of minor complaint there. The Nintendo Switch build of the game has some of its own unique issues, unfortunately, that did impact the experience for me. First, the navigation. The concept, it was clearly designed with a mouse in mind. I think they handled it really well, but I'm not going to say it's not awkward at points. There's definitely some areas where it can feel just a little bit, I guess, finicky. I also then did notice a stutter in game, a slight freeze. It's particularly noticeable when you finish a turn or select specific cards in battle. There's this moment where the game will freeze up, and there's that feeling of it's not quite as responsive at times as you would hope. Then on the Switch, many of you will know I've been sick, so 95% of my time with this one has actually been handheld, the perfect genre for it when you don't want to move, but it needs some handheld options. So the footage you're watching, that was actually captured last week. It's of course docked. I intended to review this game much sooner, but when I've been playing in handheld, what I've noticed is the text is tiny, often extremely difficult to read. I can only imagine on the Switch Lite how it would be, and I'm playing on an OLED myself, which no doubt gives me an advantage. It needs a patch to make all of the text here resizable, because handheld should be the perfect way to play this one. Overall though, gameplay wise, look, it's fine. The core experience of deck building, it's nothing new, but it's well implemented, and the navigation, it's definitely a nice spin to add a little something to the experience. Graphically then, it looks for the most part great, hand-drawn style, a fantasy theme, and some simple but effective animations for our characters and attacks. I wish with some of the more powerful strikes they'd gone maybe a little bit more all out, but it's definitely got it where it counts. The book looks the part though as you navigate the world, and the cards, they are particularly well designed. The menus then and a progression tracker, well implemented, but in game I will say some of the menus, like crafting gems to cards, they can be a little bit convoluted with pop-ups that appear as you make selections, and it is again particularly overwhelming in handheld when it's suffering, from the sizing issue. Audio then, and I was impressed. The music really targets the expected fantastical score, but it's of a high quality. And then there's even some minor voice acting, not a huge amount, but you'll hear occasionally our warriors talking back and forth. It just adds a little bit of soul and character to the game. The combat sounds then are relatively repetitive, but they definitely do their job. So overall, a Roguebook is a more than competent roguelike deck builder, no question about it, and it even tries a few new things like its map navigation, which for me, it paid off. It was a fresh twist on the formula. That said though, this one never captured my attention like Slay the Spire or Monster Train before it. It's a genre though that's been busy, and with so many entries now, it's taking just, I think, more and more to impress. On the Switch then as well, the issue with handheld is a little disappointing because that's where these ones are gonna be best experienced. Also, that stutter, it just impacts the tension at times as it freezes momentarily as your deck switches out. Hopefully though, these things are simple patches in the future, and I'd like to see where they take this one next. Still, look, that might sound negative, it's absolutely up there as one of the best genre entries on the console. Just again, no Slay the Spire or Monster Train, the two pinnacles of what this genre can be in my eyes. A good 7 out of 10 from me today, and a recommendation to anyone who's played those two already. Will you be adding this one to the library then, or holding onto that cache? Maybe you've been playing it already, let me know in the comments down below. A shout out then to the patrons of the channel who are going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. Then hit subscribe if you love the Switch as much as we all do here. Join our growing family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.